Alrighty, I'm back. Decided to play some chess at midnight. I meant to stream today and then I ended up not streaming, so might as well just stream really late instead. Alright, here we go. So, the last chess stream I had was frustratingly unsuccessful. So maybe I can actually get some wins today. Wouldn't that be something? Getting started out with a Khan Sicilian, it appears. My opponent is a random assortment of letters. He's about my rating. And his Blitz and Bullet are decently below me, but he doesn't have many games, so maybe he just doesn't play those very often. Rapid and Classical, it's right around... Oh yeah, he plays a lot of Classical. Wow, 3,000 Classical games. Okie doke. This is the line that I never can remember what move to make. I think it's knight f6. I'm reasonably sure. Because if he plays e5, I can't do it. Then I had the old... that trick, which now I don't have. What's up, Bouncing? How's it going, man? So now I probably need to play something to prevent e5. So let's try queen c7, I guess. f4, so he's coming to get me, there's no doubt. This is immediately something I want to look at. Seems like the way to try to punish an early f4. Yeah, because bishop there, if he blocks with his bishop, queen b6 maybe. Then this pawn's undefended, the knight's hanging. Let's go for it. Try to play fairly quickly here. So I don't get into another winning endgame that I botch. Yeah, now queen b6 just looks good. Okay, he can play c3. I take the pawn. And what happens? I don't see an immediate problem with that. You can also just move this bishop, but again, I take the pawn. I guess I've always got to be careful of discoveries, but the nice thing is I have bishop takes bishop with check, so it's unlikely a discovery is good, but I still have to be careful. Seems difficult for white already. His development's better if he doesn't get in trouble. I guess if he moves the bishop, I take this pawn, so maybe that's not the best plan for him. Yeah, I mean, I'd never thought about that, like, particular setup, but it does seem problematic. So I take, and I'm threatening the rook and the pawn. I mean, it looks like he has to move the knight to save the rook, but then the pawn falls. And then the knight is on pre again. So what else can he do? Can he bring this bishop? I take the rook. I don't really see how I get in trouble there. Which is usually what I say before I get in trouble. But it looks like a pawn to me. Okay, and I take here, the bishop's hit, the knight's on pre. Rook there, I take the bishop. Any bishop move, I take this bishop with check. If he moves the knight, I could take this and then take... yeah, this just seems... What's the problem? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Can take here. Got a little pin going. Rook here is sort of the obvious concern. Which I guess I would not enjoy if he did that. So, knight doesn't... Knight takes e4 probably doesn't work because of rook c1. I'm thinking I need to just maybe get my queen out of dodge. I'm worried that I'm underdeveloped. There's also just this. I didn't even think about that. Knight c6, rook c1, bishop b4. And when I say bishop, I mean queen. But the bishop's going to be hit twice. So that's problematic. I could also just start liquidating. That seems like a bit of a concession. Okay, I need to have an answer for rook c1. So maybe just defend the bishop? One way or the other? If I really don't like rook c1, I could play bishop a3. And then I'm threatening knight here. Kind of like that. These moves do help develop a piece, though. I'm just a little worried about the implications of rook c1. Seems like taking away rook c1 is really, really nice. Let's do that. I don't know. It feels a little safer, maybe. I don't have to worry about discoveries on the bishop. Hey Sage, how's it going? Do not knight c6. Even Yasser's sweating here. Yeah, knight c6 kind of looked good, but I thought rook c1. You probably saw something I didn't see, though. Hey BR, how's it going? King c6, exclam. Sorry, I gotta make fun of you a bit for messing up your chess notation. The problem is I hate these positions. I'm so bad at these positions where it's open, there's a million pieces out, there's tactics everywhere. Yeah, I got you, BR. I don't think I can play in the Ego Congress because I'm moving like the day of the DDK tournament, so yeah, for a knight move in is the correct notation in English. Wow, I never would have predicted rook f2. So the rook's coming here. But this... Yeah, they're still rook f2. So, okay, rook f2. It was probably a good move. Just queen b4, get ready to bail out. And hope I can survive his peace activity. Hmm. Okay, that's the best I see. Probably no good, but... Yeah, White's pieces are starting to scare me, Sage. Come to new player night. Playing the open tournament. Yeah, I mean, I need to look into the schedule, see what's there. I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really prepared much for my move, but, you know... I'm not moving far, but I imagine it still is going to take me a few days to get things set up, you know? Queen c7 seemed reasonable, too. I guess the thing with Queen c7 is Rook f2 is still a tempo move. To be fair, Rook f2 is still a tempo move now because my bishop's loose, but I can just castle. And he's probably just going to get tempo moves because my queen's out of bounds. And also Queen c7, my bishop's not defended. I kind of like keeping my bishop defended. Yeah, I was thinking of knight c2, queen e7. Ah, come on, bouncing, have faith. I'm gonna survive this. And I'm gonna be up 2 pawns and life's gonna be great. I bet Stockfish loves my play. Material, so everything's grand. Yep, so Queen e7 is like the only move that makes any sense to me. Not even the greedy fish can justify this one. You might be right. I'm guessing a lot of GMs would probably take white here. Ooh, that's a good move. Did not see that one. Oh, I only have one move. Unless I attack his queen, but I don't see how I can do that. So, okay. When taken. You take white in a heartbeat? Yeah. You like aggressive chess, though. Yeah, look at all these empty triangles he's got. I only have... Oh, I guess we have... Oh, man, I've got more empty triangles. Oh, man, I've got way more. Alright, never mind. I resign. If I'd seen this bishop move, I probably wouldn't have played this way. That's an annoying bishop. But, I mean, I can't be expected to see moves. Like, come on. Hey, I did attack this pawn. I could be up 3 pawns with no development. And an unsafe king. Yeah, we'll have to look after the game and see if Queen C7 was better than my harebrained plan. I really need to move his Darksword Bishop off this diagonal, but it's hard to do. I have no support to play these moves, and no easy way to get it. Although I guess if my knight takes, then... Catching up on the clock, though. Okay. So I still can play knight e4 and try to get rid of some of his pieces. It's scary. I mean, it's odd that he gave up d5 for the knight. I guess his bishop's gonna get d6, which his bishop could already have taken d6. But the bishop is even more annoying on d6. I'll grant him that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this plan. I'm anticipating he'll chase me away somehow, but maybe I can play queen c6 and try to play d6 or b6. Try to untangle. The knight looks nice here, I'm just not sure what the future is. And this bishop could start killing me really quickly. So at least this way I'm getting rid of the bishop pair. Wait, I need to... Okay, I don't see any ways for him to attack my queen. 95 is leading to massive material loss. Well, good thing I didn't play 95. I played 94. 94, no. Oh, I did overlook one pretty key detail. Yeah, I think I just hung my knight, basically. Is there anything I can do? I have knight c6. I'm guessing queen d6 is what you're afraid of. It's what I'm afraid of. But at least knight c6 stops this mate. So take, queen d6, knight c6. Maybe he has something funny like knight a5. e6. Okay, forget knight a5. Knight here. But that... well, wait, no. Queen here. Maybe I can skate by. I don't want to be down a piece. I mean, if I'm gonna get mated, I might as well have a piece. Or have the two pawns. He plays knight a5 first. He's stream sniping. Still queen d5? Queen d5, well, it doesn't force the trade of queens. That's not accurate. I mean, I can't allow queen d6. There's just nothing. Now there's no defense to queen e7 mate. So I think queen d5 looks just about forced. D5? I didn't think about d5. I never think of d5 in such situations. D5 is pretty scary. D5 takes en passant, has that pass pawn. I can castle. This might be the part of the game where I give all the material back. I've got to get my bishop out somehow, so... I can't not have my bishop out. That's actually kind of pleasant. I guess I should finally develop a piece. Please take my knight. Please! I'm begging you to take my knight. Hey Bobby, how's it going, man? No, my pawn's still hanging, my king still can't castle, my bishop still can't develop. Knight e7 defends my pawn, lets me castle. And if he wants to trade his bishop for my knight and win my pawn, I think I'm happy. I think I would feel happy after such an exchange. And go into the endgame that I'll probably lose. But what else can I do here? That's my problem. I don't see any other plan. I still can't castle, damn. I could give up a pawn to castle. Okay. I think that was a gift. I don't think he should have done that. B5. B6 maybe is better. To rule out some knight moves, but then rook here. There, rook there. Maybe it's okay. On the other hand, maybe it's not. Knight here is pretty painful, though. Potentially pretty painful. There, rook b8. I'm still so tangled. Knight c5 just seems so annoying, so I think maybe I just have to play b6 and hope to survive somehow. I could still think about giving my extra pawn back. Okay, I don't know. Instead of 95, white had queen d6, but after knight c6, rook d1. Didn't I still have queen? Oh, no. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're probably right. Unhappy position. He gave me a moment to play this. There. Takes with check. So maybe I've got to play this. Can play here. Which is pretty annoying. King up. Check. Doesn't do it. Well, then I take. So... King there... Still do that. Or here... Check. Just defend and let him win my pawn back? I mean, I don't know. Everything else looks kind of bad. There. I mean... I guess I could move the rook, but... That doesn't seem like the way to win a chess game. Okay, I guess let's just do this. I don't see what else to do. Yeah, and now I'd love to step up, but he just takes here. If I step back, he takes there with check. It's the check part of that equation that's really annoying. So I guess I have to go back and just defend my pawn. Actually, well, he's still gonna get his knight here. Here. Oh, wait. That's lucky. No, it's not. Damn! That would have been a pretty funny self-mate, though. That would have been pretty funny. For you guys, not for me. Could consider this. Then there. Okay, let's just, well... Yeah, sooner or later I'm gonna have to make a move. Oh, you know what? Let's go here. And if he plays here, fine. That takes the square away from his knight. Terrible. Yeah, you got trick 2 bouncing. That's comforting to see. But Bobby, I was up 2 pawns most of the game. It's probably a draw, right? I mean, probably a draw if I had time. But I have no time. Just go the brute force method. Passed pawns must be pushed. But the king has to move up in the endgame too. So many conflicting principles. I don't know, but I don't want to lose on time. Not today. I don't know what the hell the point of bishop b3 is. I just liked my bishop on this diagonal. Ugh. Horrible. Horrible play. Come on, play king here. You know you want to. You know you want to move your king up. Oh man, I thought he did it for a second. Man, bishop a4 was a really bad move. Really pretty bad. Man, I need to read my in-game book. This seemed incorrect from him, but I could be wrong. Oh, I can't go there. Ah, that's not good. Look alive! I'm trying. My position doesn't feel very alive, though. I don't think it's over yet, unless there's some forced win I'm missing. But this is unpleasant. I've got this. Actually, this is kind of a nice move. Do I get mated? No? Here? Come on, make some nonsense move. This has to be the move. I refuse to believe that's not the move. What other move is there? Oh, it's tough, but with the bishop, I'm actually in better shape to possibly win. Pawns on both sides of the board. Okay, first observation. Well, I'm not going to say it out loud in case the guy is actually watching, but there is an important observation here. Just know that I've noted something of importance in this position. Just be cognizant of that fact. Yeah, probably a draw. Draw is my strong inclination. That was what I noticed, bouncing. Actually, I don't think I've ever had this situation come up in a game before, where this was an important thing to note. Okay, well, I guess I'll do this. Yeah, I think it's just a quick draw now, probably. Oh, that was stupid. That was pretty stupid. It's gotta still be a draw, but it's pretty stupid. Oh, I've actually got a chance again. King F5 was the only move, Bobby. Only move. I would never consider any other move. Explain afterward what that was? Yeah, I will explain afterward, Strack. You mean me blundering a pawn, or me saying there was something important in the position? Yeah, I'll show you after the game, Drag. Actually, it's not really important anymore. So I'll say it and then I'll show why after the game. But when I had these two pawns, I only have a bishop left. So when it's a rook pawn, your bishop has to be the same. Oh, it's my move? I guess I should move and not wax on. So when it's rook pawns, in order to queen your pawn, the queening square has to be the same color as your bishop. So, of these two pawns, the H pawn was the only one I could ever queen. There was no way I could queen my A pawn, if he played correctly, which he didn't have to. It's just a draw now, I mean, unless he wants to do something stupid. Which would be great. But I don't see it happening. Okay, dude. We can draw this way if you prefer. Oh, shit. Knew it. Yeah, it's not a draw anymore. Oh, man. That is so stupid. I can't believe I fell for that. Alright. Dare we look at this post-mortem? I mean, probably I could have just oscillated my bishop on these three squares, right? Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. Wow, so actually, this was already a losing move, damn. That is much tougher than I give it credit for. Okay, so next time I'm not giving up my pawn then. I shouldn't have given up the pawn. I can just play... I thought everything just drew immediately, but I can just go here and here, just hover around my bishop forever. If he moves with the knight, then I move, but... He's not here, Code 10-8. At least I don't think he is. Too many empty triangles, yeah. Man, I'm a little surprised the computer's saying I never had much of an advantage. I thought here, yeah, I mean, it's better for black, but the computer still can't find a win or anything. Yeah, I mean, I probably got a little overconfident here. I thought I was the only person who could really win. I mean, obviously, blundering the pawn was just silly. It's just stupid. I mean, it didn't really change the outcome of the game, but it made it a lot more difficult to draw. And I still played well for the most part. Everything's a draw, everything's a draw. King f5 wasn't the only draw. It seemed like the most logical move to me. Why is it not? It used to show like distance to mate. It's not showing that. Oh, because it's saying it's a draw, so there's no distance to 0 or anything. Yeah, only for losing. That makes sense. Silly me. Okay, I want to know what the best draw is. Okay, h4 makes some sense, I guess. His king has to move further away, and my king can start running back. I mean, almost every move draws except for the move I play. Or every move draws, basically. How many mistakes in that game? A lot. Oh, I only made 1 mistake, but I also made 3 inaccuracies and 5 blunders. Yeah, distance to mate is infinity. There's nowhere to move the bishop back and forth between. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about this idea at all. Obviously. So yeah, I need to bring my king back. It's already a win, even here. That's crazy. I have to bring the king back. I have to move the king towards the pawn. I mean, I guess in hindsight, it's kind of silly, like, I didn't want to move my king because I didn't want to fall for some fork where my king and my bishop get forked. So I wanted to put my king on a dark square and be safe. But my bishop's on the perfect square. So my instinct should probably be I need to get my king back, you know, to where it's doing something. But I just thought it's an easy draw, so I don't need to do anything. Yeah, that's what I was just noticing, box in a cage. Yeah, I've never seen that idea before. The worst part is I offered a draw, and then he declined it, and then he beat me in like 30 seconds. That's the worst part of the whole thing. I offered a draw, it was a draw, But he's like, nah, play one, you'll probably screw up, and then I did. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, he also was completely winning in the early middle game, as I think most people suspected. Where did I go wrong? Okay, Queen C7 was theory. Bishop C5 was theory. Not that many games, but he should play C3. Bishop E3 is inaccurate. It doesn't play Queen B6, it plays D6. I guess the computer just wants to develop the queen side and get a little more activity before going for this tactical sequence. Like, the idea of Queen B6 is going to be there unless he moves a piece and wastes a tempo, so... Yeah, let's hope I won't forget it, Bobby. That's a painful lesson. Those are usually the ones that stick the best. I mean, I call it theory if there's been any master games that have happened. It's probably not the most accurate use of the word theory. No, I was convinced the computer would have liked... Okay, now the computer wants me to grab the pawn. I didn't even think about knight c6 here. I mean, I clearly should have. That's just a more active way to put pressure. But actually it says queen takes b2 is the only way for black to get an advantage. And it likes queen takes c3. But it says white's winning. What? How did this happen? Like here it says -6 if queen take, or not -6, -0.6 if queen takes b2. And then I do it and it's like, nah, you're losing. Classic Lichess. And here it says -1 if queen takes c3. But then I do it and it says +1. Alright, very, very helpful Lichess. Hey, it liked bishop a3. That's cool. Yeah, I know Boxing Cage, but sometimes the Lichess engine just does weird things like that. Oh, I'm glad I played bishop a3, I guess. It did one thing right. You should play knight c2 now. Rook f2 is interesting. That's not an idea I would have thought of. Ah, it likes queen c7. Sage was correct. Not only does it like queen c7, it says my move is a gigantic blunder. And white is completely winning. Yeah, okay. There's some issue here, because +6, and this is different. Yeah, okay. I think it does cache variations, Boxing Cage. I think for opening positions that are really common, it has like a saved evaluation. Yeah, but if I use my own engine, I've got to set it up for the stream, and my computer will blow up, and just... Oh, you just mean like within a single game why it doesn't save? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe that's just really RAM intensive or something. Okay, so he's completely winning after this line that he played, but I guess I escaped somehow. It says I should play queen f8, but okay, every move completely loses. Take back. It says bishop c5 for him was inaccurate, but still winning. Rook c1. I mean, it's definitely believable that white's just gonna roll over black. The queenside development is so poor. I thought bishop c5 was a really good move. I totally didn't see it. This was sort of the oh shit moment for me. Where like, before I was like, okay, I know that white's really active, but maybe I can like, this guy's not a pro or anything, maybe I can weasel my way out of this and I'll be up 2 pawns. But now I was like, okay, this is not looking good. What's the deal with rook c1 and castle? I was kind of expecting rook c1, and then I was planning to castle. Oh, but then this fork. Oh. Yeah, I didn't see that. The fork, of course. Yeah. Bishop c5 first. I'm going to call it an excellent move, even if the computer agrees. I thought e5 was not a good move. Computer says it's the best move. I played here to try to at least get rid of the bishop pair. Both moves get crushed equally, apparently. And let's see, the computer looks like it's finding a slightly different line than what bouncing suggested. The line bouncing suggested looked good to me. This is what we were looking at during the game. Knight c6 to defend the mate. And then I couldn't find anything good here for white because I thought that... I saw this move and then I thought queen d5, which the computer agrees with. Bouncing suggested this move, which I really like in retrospect. But that blunders everything. I saw the idea of b6 just deflecting the bishop for a moment, but why is it so good here? I'm missing something. Oh, because I can play queen b4 after. That's got to be the point. b6, bishop takes, and then queen b4? No? That's not what the computer plays. The computer plays bishop a3. But after bishop a3, isn't the threat still there? I don't... Oh, but it's taken away a5. Okay, I guess maybe that's the point. Because white's plan was to play knight a5 and get rid of the defender of the mate. So if you take it, then it says knight e7. Oh, okay, yeah, because there's no threat. So knight e7, and then maybe the computer's just going to castle because it says giving up a piece is better than anything else you can do. Bishop takes b6, knight e7, queen c7. Interesting, and then castle. Still to find knight f5. What's knight f5? Okay, so you're looking at rook d4. Well, knight f5 is the move here? I mean, I would never see knight f5. I would definitely... well... Huh, knight f5 is pretty cute. Because I really want to take it, but then my queen hangs. So I'm basically obliged to take the queen, and then your knight is on d6, and yeah. If your knight's on d6, I probably resign. Because I can't ever do anything. Knight f5 is an awesome move. That's an incredible move. That's really hard to see. That is really hard to see. Does it, Sage? Am I missing something? Because if here I've got this square... No, the computer's taking the queen. Or you're saying after it's doing something different? I mean, I guess you have to play king f8. Yeah, I don't know what... Oh, because it's check. So he just wins a piece. So why? What's knight c4 then? Yeah, I would take this, and then wherever the king moves, I bring my knight right back. So why? What is knight c4? Why wouldn't you want the bishop? Is he gonna reroute here or something? Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Knight c4 to play knight b6. What's that? How's that better than just winning a piece? Okay, whatever. We don't need to, you know, go into these deep lines where I lose terribly. Luckily, he didn't find all of that. Ah, and I thought about b6 here. Like, I knew it wasn't a real fork, but I was like, I get a respite. Why did I rule out b6? Was I just being greedy? Alright, I'll show you knight c4. If I can get back to that line. How do I even... Okay, yeah, we need the queen d6, knight d4, blah blah blah. Knight f5, take. Okay. Knight c4. Yeah, king g8. It said knight b6. Oh, the rook's gonna be trapped. If I go rook here, then there's bishop here. And if I go here, then you take the bishop, and the rook's hanging. Took the bishop. Yeah. But everything's winning. I agree, if someone plays knight c4, you report them. Yeah, knight c8 is just so clean, and obviously wins a piece, and you still have an incredible knight on d6. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't thinking about b6 at this moment, but b6 just gives a pawn back, but I get castled. So... Well, that's not what the computer does. So what do I know? The computer takes it. I would castle 5,000 times here. It says castling second best. Knight c6. What? Knight c6 and let him play queen d6? I don't want to be uncastled when he plays queen d6. I don't understand that at all. That makes little sense to me. How is this better? Now I play queen d5? I guess the computer just wants to get the queens traded off, but it's not like white has to play queen d6 and go into this line. Yeah, queen a3 too. Okay, yeah, the computer even likes queen a3. How could this possibly... What? This computer must be broken. Okay, okay, well... Alright, I'm castling. I'm gonna castle there. I'm not buying this line. Okay, was there any other interesting stuff that happened here? I was actually okay after all this. I played reasonably well defending this position where I was just worse. There's one little spike I want to look at. Oh, bishop a4 was terrible. b4. But that loses a pawn. I worked hard for those pawns. Wait! What's up, Sage? Come back after queen d5? Oh, man. You said b4? Did you? After queen d5 in that line? That I couldn't figure out. After queen d5 in that line, or after this queen d5? Oh, you want to a takes b4 and a4. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I like that. Well, if a takes b4 isn't played, then I'm happy. Queen takes. As played in the game. I hope you want pawn takes. You did want pawn takes? Now what? Resign. It's plus 0.5 or 0.7 depending on which Lichess engine you ask. After white moves, you wanted to play b5. b5 makes a lot of sense. What did I do? I played knight c6. Yeah. Yeah, well, the computer likes both moves. It says they're the two best moves. Yeah, it's difficult to play for sure. I thought knight c6 was kind of cute. I wasn't a big fan of knight e7. I thought about d4. d4 basically says, okay, you can win a pawn, but we gotta trade some pieces. Oh, you wanted b5 and castle queenside. Okay, let's see. What, you gonna send me 2 challenges bouncing? What is this from position? How many queens do you give yourself in that position? Okay, so let's go here. This looks like a more human move to me. Doubling up, F4. Let's go here. That looks human to me also. Here. Oh, now I'm losing stuff. I guess the thing is, this knight's gonna come to d6 still. Well, what's the from position challenge, though? What am I getting myself into? I don't know, Sage, I think your plan's probably as good as mine, but white's still better. Let's see, I'm looking in the b5 line if it ever says castle queenside, and at least it doesn't in the next few moves. The thing is, your rook still ends up on kind of a weird square, right? Okay, BR, see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's late at night. Okay, I want to see what this spike was, and then we'll see whatever nonsense bouncing is giving me. Oh yeah, okay, I had like 2 seconds on my clock. I figured h4 was terrible. h5, whatever. Yeah, I thought that... Oh, I didn't see e6, but I didn't think that playing this way was correct for white. Although that pawn did cause me some problems. b4 exclam. Darn. Okay, Bobby, have a good one. Yeah, it's really late for you. It's like 6 or 7 in the morning. Have a good night, Bobby. Okay, and now I should have played b4, and then the game's like almost equal. But I still got an equal game, and then I played stupidly in this endgame. Yeah, sometimes you play stupid in the endgame. Alright, let's see what we got. Wait, what? What's the trick here? Is this like Racing Kings or something? What have you done? I mean, everything looks normal. Let me investigate this. You can't castle. That's your trick. No castling allowed. Aha. J'accuse. Okay, that's not gonna change my play yet. What are you gonna do? You gonna play King F8? So no castling allowed, huh? Well, if this were the King's Indian, I would play knight f3. So I guess let's play knight f3. Why is he saying he put in the chat castle? But I already found the trick. I already saw that you can't castle. I found you out already. Knowing that he can't castle, I really want to throw in some h4 or a4 nonsense. Yeah, why didn't you put it's only you can castle? Come on. I don't even know, like, what I should be... how I should approach things, to be honest. And he's playing this... well, I guess I can't fault him for playing a weird move order, because... I can't really play a normal move order. Let's see how to proceed. I guess I'll just go here, I don't know. You like the h4, h5 plan, Sage? Am I getting in trouble there? Probably. I just don't see how. Take there, take there, take there, take there. I don't want to defend. Defending's no fun. Let's just do this. I wouldn't normally. Oh wait, yeah, I would. All attacking plans are good. But now it's just like a King's Indian, except nobody can castle. No castling. Space. Let's get some space. I do kind of like that there's like this standoff here where it's like, all right, well, which way's your king going? Okay, well, I guess he's going that way. I mean, I guess B4 sort of telegraphs that I'm going to go this way too. Sorta. Okay, I'll just do this too. I'll also castle. Oh, I meant to check, did my Discord thing work? Probably not. Dang it, it didn't. What the hell? Yeah, well. The very modest H6. I was also thinking of playing H3. Great minds think alike, perhaps. Shogi castling, yeah, that's right. This is kind of like Shogi. Except for without the drops and the other craziness. Okay, I agree. I agree with the H3 plan. I'm just gonna copycat bouncing for the next 10 moves. Seems like a good plan. He's better than me, so. Yeah, bouncing, I'll admit, is like a week or two ago, maybe, that Knight was streaming, and then he raided some Shogi channel. It was like the professional match that's going on now. And even though I had like I had no idea what pieces could move where, like I know which piece is the king, that's all I know in Shogi. I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's kind of cool how they're playing in like the robes and, you know, very traditional looking. So you want to get your rook out right away. So let's let this be a battle of ideas. I'm going to value piece activity slightly more. Is there a site that you can play with, like, learning pieces that'll help you learn what, you know, what pieces are, or how they move, and how they promote? Mirror chess is usually worse than Mirror Grow. Yeah. Both are pretty bad. 81 Dojo, you can use chess pieces. But do they have like the shogi characters on them? Because I like at some point I'd want to learn the characters. But I've got enough on my plate with Go and chess right now. Like let's, I mean, you know, let's be reasonable. Okay, I'll play one more. This is no castling chess, yes. Favorite fruit? Probably mango if it's really fresh. I was reading a little bit about shogi strategy, and it's interesting to me that, like, since you can't castle, the first part of the game is, like, building your defensive fortifications, and then you sort of move forward into attacking ideas. So Bouncing's gonna play f5 and rip this mother open. That's Bouncing's plan, I tell you what. Let's see if we can't dissuade him from such a plan. I love dried mango, yeah. I have to prevent myself from buying it, because if I buy it, I'll eat like all of it in a day or two. And it's so much sugar. Yeah, Bouncing is pink waffle. But yeah, there's a grocery store near me that sells bulk dried mango, so you just like fill up the bag with however much you want. Yeah, lots of sulfur? I didn't know that. But yeah, dried mango is awesome. A5, wow. Taking advantage of my king on G1. Nice. Very nice. So the point is that A3 is not an adequate defense. I don't really want to play B5 because then my crashing through on the queen side doesn't have a whole lot of crash to it. But it might be the best move. Loath as I am to admit it. I'm guessing Sage wants me to play C5. But, I don't know, it seems a little too crazy. Alright, I guess I'll play B5. Uh-oh, that's what Code 10A wanted. Probably wasn't a good move then. Can I run my king back over here now? No, you didn't want C5? C5 seemed like your kind of move. Alright, so I play A4 and then we agree to a draw? I mean, black's probably better, but still. Knight H4, G4, wow. It does seem like that's where the action's gonna be, on the king side. If that was his intention by playing A5, then mission accomplished. Generally a pretty good thing to accomplish in a King's Indian, but who knows what this is anymore, so... Actually, I don't think I even like King H2 anymore. I think I could have played a better move. I'm surprised Sage hasn't, gone to another stream. 15 moves and there haven't been any captures yet? Like, come on. Let's get some action. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, code 10.8. Also, what is code 10.8? What does 10.8 mean? Yeah, I agree, Sage. F5 probably is incoming. MPQ? What is MPQ? I don't know what that is. Oh, this would not be a very good move.